Yeah, that's right. I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. Give me that top rank email so I know it's real. I just received the email from Top Rank and it confirms what I've already previously reported if you subscribe to my channel. Shakur Stevenson, his fight will be a pay-per-view fight. Artur Beterbiev. So you guys should see it on the screen. October 12th, Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, undisputed light heavyweight title showdown to stream live and exclusively on ESPN Plus in the States. It says Beterbiev Bivol will be a special one-fight broadcast from Saudi Arabia. Boom. So let me further break this down and how stupid it is. Here in the United States of America, where I live, if you want to watch Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina, I mean, you guys tell me, but to me, this makes very little sense. So, Beterbiev Bivol in the United States is included on your ESPN. So, you have to have an ESPN Plus subscription, right? In addition, if you live in the United States, to watch Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina, right? So from here on down, you have to get a DAZN pay-per-view, or at least the DAZN subscription. Why would they do this? How does this make any sense when Top Rank is giving you the best fight on this entire card and the most meaningful fight, the light heavyweight fight between Beterbiev Bivol that got pushed back because Beterbiev was injured or whatnot. So we've been waiting a while for this particular fight. And you can, in essence, get it for the low with ESPN Plus. I already have a subscription, right? And then you have to pay a separate fee. I mean, this is just not good. And it's funny because there are people, there's a contingent of fans who they're like Riyadh season, Turkey and Eddie Hearn, and they're saving boxing. This is what is saving boxing. So for me, how is this saving boxing when the fight with Shakur will come on at an unusual time, not a prime time slot? You have an American brand in Shakur Stevenson fighting a domestic guy coming off of a loss, moving up in weight. It's not on prime time. And then to watch it, essentially, you got to pay two different services to watch this whole card in its entirety. Now, if you don't live in America and you live elsewhere, this is all under one card. So, for example, if you live in Ireland and you get this, you'll get to see the Beterbiev Bivol fight and the Shakur fight under one auspice or under one purchase. But doesn't matter to me because I don't live in Ireland. I don't live in the UK where that's a thing. I'm an American. And at the end of the day, I have my YouTube analytics, the #1 region that I serve on my channel. And I don't have anything, obviously, against anybody else from elsewhere. But my #1 demographic you can see in the YouTube analytics is the United States. So a large percentage of people who are watching my channel, this is people who live in Texas, New York, LA, Cali, you know what I mean, Oregon, wherever, but in the States. And then I think it's the UK or the Philippines next. So this just doesn't make sense. Boxing shouldn't be complicated. It shouldn't be convoluted and hard to understand. Like, oh, I got to buy through this platform and buy through this platform. And this is the problem. Turkey doesn't have a stable, which is what I've been saying. So you have to draw from the pool of other people. Now, Top Rank, credit to them, what they did is like all them other regions, we don't care. They can get the main event. But here in America, we want those numbers. So that to me is, as a business, that's a better deal because that's the best fight on the card. and you got the rights to air in America in real time live, right? And boxing, as we know, is big business in America. So Top Rank, that's the deal I would take. I wouldn't even really care about, because these are domestic level fights. A Fabio Wardley rematch and Chris Eubank versus a guy that no one knows of, whose claim to fame is losing, getting knocked out by Triple G. I mean, it's just no good, no bueno. And then you have conversations where boxing fans can be very obtuse. Let's just say that. You have people who are saying and parroting what Turkey said about he wants to drive the pay-per-view cost down to, let's say, $20. It's not how it works. And then in some fans' mind and content creators' minds, taking the price down to $20 all of a sudden automatically will change how the card is received, and it will 5x the results. It just doesn't work like that. First of all, to have a product that you're charging for, it has to be something that people are willing to pay for, right? Like if you go to outside of a restaurant that is a vegan restaurant and you're selling hot dogs, you're probably not gonna appeal to this community if they don't eat meat. You see what I'm saying? So if you're, let's say you went overseas and there's a certain town that doesn't eat meat, then you're not going to be a successful hot dog vendor unless people are curious. But if their religion says they can't eat meat or can't eat pork, then you're not going to succeed. You see what I'm saying? So the bottom line is you have to have a product first that people are willing to pay for anyway. Shakur versus Joe Cordina is not pay-per-view worthy, let me tell you. It's not at all. So that's a problem. You could take the price down to $20, but especially here in America, I know America, you know, I live here. People would want anything for cheap. Like they want it for free, dang near. So if they don't like the card, they're going to find alternative ways to either watch it, or they'll just watch the highlights when they post them up on YouTube, or check out the BOXINGEGO video, you know, to get the results. But you can't put a fight that no one really wants and no one really wants to see, or a card that no one really wants to see, and just say, oh, but it's cheaper. I mean, we've been here before. We've already been here where they had, like Triller, they had certain pay-per-views that instead of charging you the 80, they're like, hey, we're taking the price down. Like, let's say Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort. It didn't do no crazy numbers. So using y'all logic, if that's what you believe, then how come Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort, right? How come that particular card did not do better numbers than Mayweather Mosley or Mayweather Canelo, right? Because Mayweather Mosley and Mayweather Canelo, these were premiums. You had to pay a premium price for it. And the Canelo fight with Floyd did like 2.1, 2.4 million pay-per-view buys. So just because Holyfield versus Belfort was cheaper, it doesn't inherently mean that more people are going to buy it because it's cheaper. Because again, the initial desire and the want and the willingness needs to be there. And the reality is DAZN really doesn't have any pay-per-view stars, right? They don't have Gervonta, they don't have Canelo, and you know, Chris Eubank is not a pay-per-view star. Fabio Wardley, Jack Macy, Shakur Stevenson, none of these guys are pay-per-view stars here in America. So yeah, I get it. The card is probably going to be cheaper, but you also have to get an ESPN Plus subscription for the Beterbiev Bivol, and you have to pay two different people to watch one card in America. I don't know who thought this through, but it sounds mighty stupid.